Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another film review. Tonight we're looking at quite a new release from Arrow Video. We're looking at their release of The Gift. Now this has been out a number of years, but it's been re-released by Arrow Video on 4K and Blu-ray. I just got the Blu-ray limited collector's edition one, which comes with a really nice slipcase. It comes with the Blu-ray. It comes with a wonderful booklet, and it comes with reversible artwork, as you can see. Now, this film stars Cate Blanchett as a sort of psychic kind of medium who does these readings for local people in her town, with these sort of, not tarot cards, but they're kind of like psychic cards with all sort of different symbols. And she reads sort of things in them, things that have happened, things that haven't happened. And she sort of like helps a lot of people out, including some people that have a bit of sort of mental health issues. She seems to be there for them and helping them out. Now, what you'll find in this film is absolutely star-studded. There's so many stars in the film. Called, we see Hilary Swank, one of her sort of customers, and we see Greg Kinnear, who plays like a local teacher who's in love with he's got this beautiful fiance, and she then starts seeing these visions around her this fiance, and she also sees the fiance cheating on Greg Kinnear one night at like an evening out. She catches them sort of cheating. Anyway, he introduces her to her, and she sort of visualizes these sort of strange things. And yeah, they don't seem to get on, but there seems to be a bit of a connection with Greg Kinnear's character and Cate Blanchett. And they sort of like there's some sort of connection going on there. And she's obviously gotten a little bit sorry for him because she knows what's going on. And she also, there's a car mechanic who I've recognised from so many things, but can't remember his name. And he's fantastic in this film. And he's sort of like, he's got a few mental health issues that he's had from his past with his dad. I think his dad sort of abused him, and sort of like when he was young. Because that sort of unfolds throughout the film into a disturbing little side story. And he's got quite a few sort of suicidal tendencies and that, and she's very, very close to him. Anyway, she witnesses these things going on. And also one of her friends who keeps getting beaten up by her husband. And her husband, who's played by Keanu Reeves, he sort of like plays a baddie in this film. He plays like this violent, vile man who like beats on his wife, and he comes round to Cate Blanchett's house and starts threatening her, and her kids to stop putting all this stuff in his wife's mind, to leave him. And he keeps accusing her of witchcraft and all this sort of thing. So we've got this little story going on. And then the fiance of Greg Kinnear goes missing, and she starts visualizing what's happened, and she says that she sees her body in this pond, and the pond is owned by Keanu Reeves' character Donnie, and they go to his land, and sure enough, they drag him up, the body. So because we see how violent that Keanu Reeves is. Is he the killer, or is there someone else the killer of this film? Now you're going to watch it and find out, because I'm not going to tell you the storyline, because it really plays out really well, because it's quite a slow burn film. It lasts for 2 hours, and it sort of builds up all these characters at first into this wonderful sort of cascade of like stories, and then it unfolds when this girl bodies from, because the police have tried even the police officers are well-known actors. There's hardly anybody in this that I don't recognise from other films. It's full of like star-studded, absolute star-studded. I'm trying to see if I can see any names on it that I haven't spoken about. I said like Hilary Swank, Greg Kinnear's in it, you know, and Giovanni Risby. I think that might be the guy that I like that I told you about. And there's other sort of famous people in there. And it plays out until this sort of like they find the body of the woman. And then we get like a little bit of a court case going on. And we see all these sort of cutbacks to sort of things that happened on that night. And it still becomes unclear. And even after the court case, Cate Blanchett's still getting visions of like, is it the right person that they've put away? It's that sort of film, and it's got lots of sort of jump scares and sort of moments in it. Yes, it is a horror film. It's a horror film in the suspense supernatural way, where she's got this gift of being able to use psychic powers to see things that have happened or haven't happened. And it really unfolds into this amazing film. Really, really cool. I'm going to score this film, guys, an essential watch and give it a 10 out of 10. It was that good. I was absolutely gripped. It's a fantastic story, and what a lovely slipcase. It's like a real sort of silvery, shiny slipcase. It's a really good sort of like edition and released by Arrow Video. It's been one of their better releases in a long time. Now, the pluses of the film, it looks really nice. There is some natural grain in the film. Some of it looks really stunning, and other bits looks a bit like you haven't done anything to that sort of thing. The grain's quite high, but I think this has probably come out in probably the 90s or early 2000s. I don't know the release date of it, and I don't research stuff, as you know. I just go on my view of what I've seen. And it was such an amazing film. It was really well casted. The cast are fantastic. It was good to see Keanu Reeves in the sort of like playing the villain role rather than the good guy all the time. And Cate Blanchett is absolutely stunning on the screen. You can't keep your eyes off her. She's got this real presence, and she's absolutely really cool and really plays the role really well. And every single character meant something to the film, and they bring something to the film in their own individual ways. And I like that there was all these sort of like sub stories going on, like with her children, because Cate Blanchett's husband in the film died from an explosion at work a year before like all this sort of thing happening. And you feel for her and her kids. So she's got 3 children who are struggling, especially one of them is struggling to come to terms with the loss of their father. And it really pulls on the heartstrings, and it gets a bit tearful at times, and you really feel for it. And then you also see like this ghost of her grandmother come forward, and because apparently grandmother had this same gift of this sort of psychic ability, and all these sort of little stories are going on at the same time as our main story unfolds. And all the other sort of, you'll see some of the town adore her for her skill, and you get other ones that curse her for thinking she's being a witch. And it plays out a bit like that. It's a really cool film. Definitely worth checking out if you've never seen The Gift. And it's got a few jump scares in it. It's really, really cool. The Gift, 10 out of 10. Any of you guys seen it? If you have, let me know down below. It's a really good film, guys, and it's not like a typical horror film. I think this will appeal to non-horror fans just as much as horror, because it's got some sort of emotional strings that pull you into it, a bit like the Exorcism of Emily Rose. That sort of pulls you in to the story, where you feel for some of the characters. And it's the same as this one, and it cries out of injustice, and it cries out of unexpected endings, and it's a really cool film. So please check it out if you get a chance. And if you don't, check out some other horror channels. Check out Horror Hands, Horror Geek, Mary Film, RS Design, Pizzawell I'm Ice Lord Cat Watches Horrible Movies, Grumpy Andrew's Haunted House, and a massive shout out to the lad. Till next time, look after yourselves, look after one another, and I really hope I see you all soon.